Visually, there's a lot going on. This was a really stimulating piece. You use this medium very interestingly. There's a lot of CGI, moving images, different shapes, different colors, that really enthralls you from the beginning and really draws you in. Um, I think the flow throughout this, I think the pacing was really interesting. And I think the way you edited this together just makes it just a very visually dynamic piece that you really can't look away from.
At first, I was thinking it was more of a nod in towards growing technology and engineering. You know, we start with Da Vinci spinning around us as we have, the intricacies of technology surrounding that. But then we get enveloped with the word, well, not the word, the letter V. And V is a standpoint which then leads to the representation of Venus and femininity and love that exists within that. And I think it kind of derives into this obsessive nature of, looking at femininity on the internet and how we have these expressions of, a group of male individuals, so to speak, looking on their phones and having interactions. You see a group of men at one point in the visualization factor. And so I think this is an expression of just, like I said, femininity and love and these things, but also there's this there is this technological aspect that's enveloped at the get-go of this piece. So I think it's hard for us not to have our brains sort of hop over to these things as a woman watching this, trying to decipher.
I thought it was intriguing and it was different and it was very, very visual. And it was really engaging in that sense because there was so much going on visually and it was so colorful, that there was a lot of things that your eye kind of caught or grabbed onto. Also with the movement as well, like I said, it was very, very visual, it was very, very eye-catching, which kept me engaged the entire time, simply because I felt like there was so much to kind of take in that I didn't want to miss anything. And then I liked that they still had some text going on, some, tether kind of throughout, so weaving this kind of story of, Venus and love and discovery throughout the entire thing. I thought was really, really beautiful and really, really well done, because it wasn't too overwhelming. It let all the visuals kind of speak for themselves and really have their part in the story, but it still gave you enough to kind of follow throughout the entire thing, which I thought was really well done.
The visuals and the sound choices were sort of hypnotic in a way that made me stick through the entire piece, almost forgetting to blink at times. And I think that's what makes this piece kind of perfect in a sense, because you want to engage your viewers, you want your viewers to stick around and watch what you're trying to do, what you're trying to explore, and what you're trying to get across to them. And I think that this piece tries what this piece tries to explore was really great, and with the theme of love that pops up every now and then. I love how the colors of red and orange merge to create that stunning feeling that makes it easier for the viewer to watch and gives a good sense of love and warmth.
I enjoyed that sort of janky, dated aesthetic that they were going for here. I think they pulled it off fabulously. This looks like something that could have been, just lifted right out of a bygone era. It was really just an interesting thing to just sit back and sort of enjoy casually.
They give us a huge throwback to MIDI equalizers and the early stages of personal computers and animation. An interesting glimpse into space exploration and the planet Venus and our theory of how it influences our romantic relationships and how we assign some sort of value to Venus and love, and that interaction. It's just interesting to see this throwback a few decades back.
The CGI was amazing, of stars, spinning satellites, bright words such as love, and fascinating computer screens. What set this apart for me was the mesmerizing synth beat of the soundtrack, which worked so well with the attractive, flashing visuals. I liked the bright neon colors and the mysterious figures that appeared repeatedly. I would love to see more from this group. I really enjoyed this stimulating journey of sight and sound.